we proceed chapter lines and angles. We were doing the theorems. Let us do the last theorem related to this exercise. And the theorem number 5. Theorem 5 statement is, if two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, if two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, if two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, then bisectors of any pair, then bisectors of any pair of alternate interior angles. Bisector of any pair of alternate interior angles. If two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, then bisector of any pair of alternate interior angles are parallel. Bisector of any pair of alternate interior angles are parallel. So this is the statement of the theorem. If two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal. So there are two parallel lines L and M. The two parallel lines are L and M, and they are intersected by a transversal L. The two parallel lines L and M are intersected by a transversal. Then the bisectors of any pair, of alternate angles. So this is the one pair of alternate interior angles, and the bisector of pair of alternate interior angles are parallel, means the bisector of interior angles. We have to prove that these bisectors are parallel. These are the two bisectors of alternate interior angles, and we have to prove them parallel. So let this as P and this is as Q, and we have to prove that line P is parallel to line Q, and name it angle 1, name it angle 2, this is angle 3, angle 4, name it angle 5, and this is angle 6. And name these points also. P, Q, this is R, and this point is S. So we have to prove that RP is parallel to SQ. RP is parallel to SQ. So given line L is parallel to M. Given that line ML is parallel to M and N is the transversal, N is the transversal which intersect these two lines, which intersect these two lines, L and M, at point R and S. At point R and S. So L and M are two parallel lines. L is parallel to M. N is the transversal which intersect the line L and M at point R and S. This we have given. To prove that, to prove line RP is parallel to line SQ. Line RP is parallel to line SQ. Now let us see proof. Since these two lines are parallel, since L is parallel to M, so alternate interior angles must be equal. So alternate interior angles means this angle and this angle be equal. So we can also write angle 3 plus angle 4 equals to angle 5 plus angle 6. Angle 3 plus angle 4 is equals to angle 5 plus angle 6. These are alternate angles. And we know the theorem that if two parallel lines are intersected by transversal, then alternate interior angles are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. So we can write angle 3 plus 4 equals to angle 5 plus 6. But in the question, it was given that RP is the bisector of angle R. RP is the bisector. So since RP is the bisector of angle R, so we can write angle 3 must be equals to angle 4. Angle 3 must be equal to angle 4. Similarly, SQ is the bisector of angle S. Since SQ is the bisector of angle S, therefore angle 5 must be equals to angle 6. Angle 5 is equals to angle 6. And let it first number equation. So from first, angle 3 is equals to 4. So at the place of angle 3, we can write angle 4. At the place of, in first number equation, at the place of 3, we can put angle 4. So it gets angle 4 plus angle 4 is equals to, at the place of 5, angle 5 is equals to 6. So at the place of angle 5, we can write angle 6. So angle 6 plus angle 6. So we get 4 plus angle 4 plus angle 4. Twice angle 4. And angle 6 plus angle 6, twice angle 6, 2 and 2 cancelled. And we get angle 4 equals to angle 6. Angle 4 equals to angle 6. But these are alternate interior angles. But these are 4 and 6. These are alternate interior angles. And since alternate interior angles are equal, therefore we can say that RP is parallel to SQ. Since alternate interior angles are equal, therefore we conclude that line RP is parallel to line SQ. So the theorem part has been completed. Now we come to exercise 6.2. And the question number first of exercise 6.2. In figure, find the value of x and y and then show that AB is parallel to CD. We have given two lines. Line AB and CD. Given two lines AB and CD, and there is a transversal which intersect these two lines. There is a transversal which intersect these two lines AB and CD at two distinct points, and angle 50 degree, x 130 degree. This angle is given 50 degree. This angle is x, and angle 130 degree and y. This angle is 130 degree, and this is angle y. So find the value of x and y. The first question, find the value of x and y. Find the value of x and y and show that AB is parallel to CD, and show that line AB is parallel to CD. So let us solve. Name it P, Q, R and S. So ray AP stands on line RS. Since ray AP stands on line RS, therefore these two angles are linear pair angles. These two angles are linear pair angles. So since ray AP stands on line RS, therefore from linear pair angle 50 plus x is equals to 180 degree. 50 degree plus x equals to 180 degree. In the bracket we write that from linear pair. And then we calculate the value of x. So 50 plus x equals to 180, then the value of x be 180 minus 50, and the value of x comes to be 130. We get the value of x equals to 130 degree, and since angle x and angle y, x and y, then we have to calculate the value of y. We have to calculate the value of y. So if this angle is 130 degree, then the ray PS stands on line AB. So x plus BPQ, this angle plus this angle also be 180 degree from linear pair. So angle x plus angle BPS means this angle. So angle x plus angle BPS, this is also 180 degree, and then x is 130 degree plus angle BPS equals to 180 degree, and we calculate the value of angle BPS equals to 180 degree minus 130 degree. So we get the value of BPS equals to 50 degree. So this angle we have calculated. This angle comes to be 50 degree. This angle comes to be 50 degree. Now, if this is 130 degree, then this angle will also be 130 degree. Angle Y is also 130 degree, but from vertical opposite angles. From vertical opposite angles. So angle Y equals to 130 degree. From vertical opposite angle. From vertical opposite angles. Vertical opposite angles are equal. So this is 130, then this will be 130. Now the value of x was 130 and the value of y is also 130. So since alternate interior angles are equal, angle x is equals to angle y is equals to 130 degree. And these are the alternate interior angles. Since alternate interior angles are equal, therefore line AB is parallel to CD. Since alternate interior angles are equal, therefore line AB is parallel to CD. Also, we can say that this angle is 50 degree, this angle is 130 degree, and sum of interior angles on the same side of the transversal, 130 plus 50, 180 degree. And since the sum of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary, and this is only possible when the line AB is parallel to CD. So by any way you can prove that line AB is parallel to line CD. Now we discuss question number 2. The second question is AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. There are three parallel lines. There are three parallel lines. AB, CD and EF. There are three parallel lines given. AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. Means AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. And Y ratio Z, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. There is a transversal. There is a transversal. And this is angle X, angle X, angle Y and angle Z. This is angle Y and angle Z. There are three parallel lines AB, CD and EF, and the transversal intersect these parallel lines at three distinct points: angle X, angle Y and angle Z. And Y ratio Z equals to 3:7. Also we have given Y ratio Z equals to 3:7. The ratio of Y and Z is given. We have to calculate, find X. We have to find the value of X. Calculate X, find X. So since it is given in the ratio, so we assume let Y equals to 3A. Y equals to 3A. Suppose in terms of A, Y equals to 3A and Z equals to 7A. Since it is in the ratio, so we can't say that Y equals to 3 and Z equals to 7. We will have to write down in terms of constant. Y equals to 3A, Z equals to 7A. You can take at the place of A, B, C, D, anything you can take. So Y equals to 3A and Z equals to 7A. Now we have to find the value of X. And we have given that these three lines are parallel. These three lines are parallel. This thing we have given. And we have to calculate the value of X. So since AB is parallel to CD, therefore corresponding angles must be equal. So angle X must be equal to angle Y. Angle X must be equal to angle Y. Since line AB is parallel to line CD, so corresponding angles be equal. So angle X equals to angle Y by corresponding angle. Corresponding angles. X equals to Y and the value of Y is 3A. The value of Y is 3A. So angle X, Y equals to X means angle X is equals to 3A. Angle X becomes equals to 3A. X equals to Y, so angle X is also equals to 3a. Now, if this is angle y, then this angle B also y, because these are vertical opposite angles. If this is y, then this will also be y, because these are two vertical opposite angles. Also, CD is parallel to EF. Then from third point, the sum of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. So since CD is parallel to EF, then we can write y plus z equals to 180 degree. CD is parallel to EF, so sum of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. Put the value of y and z. The value of y is 3a, the value of z is 7a. So 3a plus 7a equals to 180 degree, and 10a equals to 180 degree, and a equals to 180 by 10, we get 18 degree. So the value of a, we have calculated 18 degree. The value of a is 18 degree. Now the value of a is 18 degree. So put the value of y. Put the value of y equals to 3a. Y is equals to 3a. Y is equals to 3a, and x is also equals to 3a. So 3 into 18, we get 54. 3 into 18, we get the value 54. X is equals to y, corresponding angles are equal, and y equals to 3a, z equals to 7a. So the value of y must be equals to a equals to 18 degree. The value of y is 3a, the value of z is 7a. We have given the ratio 3 raised to 7. 10a equals to 18. The value of a equals to 18. And the angle is, this is not angle x, but we have given this angle as x. This angle is x. We have given. So we have calculated the value of a. The value of a equals to 18 degree. So the angle y becomes 3a. So 3 into 18 means 54 degree. The value of y becomes 54 degree. And then calculate the value of z. Z equals to 7a, means 7 into 18. So its value be 126 degree. The value of z is 126 degree. The value of y is 54 degree. Now the sum of interior angles. The sum of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. So we can write x plus y equals to 180 degree. And the value of y we have calculated. The value of y is 54. So x plus 54 is 180 degree, and the value of x we get 180 minus 54. So x equals to 126 degrees. So this is the result. The value of angle x is 126 degree.